Hi guys, it's Miss Hanna and it's time for another Bedtime Stories with Miss Hanna. So I have 4 stories for you tonight. My first one comes from this book. It's called Yummy and it's got 8 favorite fairy tales. And this one's by Lucy Cousins. Now the story we're going to read out of this book is called Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. Alright, so let's get started with this book. Once upon a time, there were 3 bears, Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. They lived in a cottage in the woods. Every morning they made porridge for breakfast. A big bowl for Papa Bear, a medium-sized bowl for Mama Bear, and a little bowl for Baby Bear. One morning the porridge was very hot. "Let's go for a walk while it cools down," Mama Bear said, and off they went. Do-do-do-do-do. While the 3 bears were out, a little girl named Goldilocks came to the cottage and went straight inside. "Oh, look, lovely porridge," she said. She was very hungry. First she tried the porridge in the big bowl. "Too hot," she said. Then she tried the porridge in the medium-sized bowl. "Too salty," she said. Then she tried the porridge in the little bowl. Just right," she said, and ate it all up. Yummy! "Now, I will try one of these chairs," said Goldilocks. First she tried the big chair. "Ooh, too hard," she said. Then she tried the medium-sized chair. "Too soft," she said. Then she tried the little chair. "Just right," she said. But when she sat on it, crack, crash! Broke into pieces. Crash! Goldilocks was tired and wanted to lie down, so she went upstairs. First she tried the big bed. "Too high," she said. Next she tried the medium-sized bed. "Too lumpy," she said. Then she tried the little bed. "Just right," she said, and soon fell fast asleep. Before long, the 3 bears came home. They looked at their bowls. "Someone's been eating my porridge," said Papa Bear. "And someone's been eating my porridge," said Mama Bear. "And someone's been eating my porridge, and it's all gone," said Baby Bear. "Someone's been eating my porridge." Then the 3 bears, they looked at their chairs. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," said Papa Bear. "And someone's been sitting in my chair," said Mama Bear. "And someone's been sitting in my chair, and now it's broken to pieces," said Baby Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair. Poor Baby Bear." Then the 3 bears, they went upstairs. "Someone's been lying in my bed," said Papa Bear. "And someone's been lying in my bed," said Mama Bear. "Someone's been lying in my bed." And someone's been lying in my bed," said Baby Bear. "Look, there she is. Look, there she is. Oh no! Ah!" When Goldilocks woke up and saw the 3 bears, she jumped out of bed, leaped out of the window, and ran away from the cottage. The 3 bears never saw her again. The end of Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Now, my next one, which also has me doing a similar voice, is called Teeny Tiny Toady. And this is our teeny tiny Toady. Can you see teeny tiny Toady? She's really teeny tiny. This is by Jill Esbaum, illustrated by Keika Yamaguchi. All right, so are you ready? Teeny tiny Toady. start out. Oh no, what is happening? Teeny, help! Okay, now, hopping faster than she ever in her tiny life had hopped, hurry, scurry, wild with worry, Teeny flopped and plopped and slopped, dodging spider webs and mushrooms, leaping bugs and sluggy mothers, till she skidded through the door. At last, to gasp. I need you, brothers! At the pond, she panted frantic. There were people everywhere. Mama's stuck inside a bucket. Help me get her out of there. Brothers tumbled, bumble jumble, as they stumbled for the door. Don't you worry, kid. We'll save her. Off the 7 toadies tore. Teeny tried to keep from crying as she scrabbled up the road, wishing she could be a bigger, stronger, hero kind of toad. There she is right there. When she found her brothers pushing, she rushed in to give a nudge. Muscles popped and faces reddened. Still, that bucket wouldn't budge. Brothers put their heads together, saying, "Phooey," and "What now?" From their ankles, Teeny wondered, "Could we lift her out somehow?" Someone bent way down to listen? No, to pat her on the head. Then he swept her from the huddle. "We can handle this," he said. "Stand on shoulders," someone shouted. "A toady pyramid." It took lots of sweat and twisting, but eventually they did. I'll show you that picture. All right. "Please save her," Teeny pleaded. Toadies stretched as best they could till one wibbly-wobbly brother, oops, stretched farther than he should. Bum, 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 bum. Teeny said, "You need a ladder." "Guys, a ladder's what we need." "You're a genius, brother," one toad said. "He rocks," the rest agreed. So, they hurried to the pond to gather reeds and bendy stuff. Then they looped and lashed and knotted till each rung felt strong enough. As they climbed, their sister hollered, "Won't you need some kind of rope?" Did a single toady brother pay attention to her? Nope. They just teetered on their tippy toes around the bucket's top. One said, "Everybody reach!" Uh-oh. Flip, flip, ploop, ploop, plip, ploop, ploop, plip, ploop, 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 plip, ploop, ploop, plop. What just happened? Teeny stood there blinking, rooted like a tree. Now who'll rescue everybody? Like she had a choice. Me? I'm too little, Teeny blubbered. I can't do it, not alone. But she had to. Tiny Teeny on her own. Teeny shivered as the wind picked up. Let me stand up a little bit. Teeny shivered as the wind picked up, and it blew across the pond. As she watched it flutter lily pads and everything beyond, an idea fluttered deep inside her warty little head till she chased it round and pinned it down. "I've got it," Teeny said. So, did Teeny's plan take muscle? No, just brains and clever feet. By the time the sun went down, her rescue project was complete. Up the ladder Teeny inched, her bitsy heart a hopeful drum. When she peered into the shadows, Mama's voice, I knew you'd come. Here's a kite I made, said Teeny. Grab its tail and hold on tight. When it caught a gust, her family rose up into the light. I'm so proud, Teeny's mama said with a big old smackaroo. 7 brothers gathered round to cheer and compliment her too. Brilliant plan! We should have listened. You're a hero! What a kid! Want to ride home on my shoulders, sis? And she absolutely did. There she is right there, riding home. That is the end of Teeny Tiny Toady. Now, our next book is called Lion Lessons. And it's by John A.G. I think that's how you say that. Now, when you open this book, you see the little boy is walking by, and there's all these different places like karate lessons, learn the violin lessons, barking lessons, Spanish lessons, knitting lessons, yoga lessons, classes for all ages. But where does he go? He goes for lion lessons, 7 easy steps. Now, you can see over here it says, Great Lions in History. There he is picking out a suit. It says, it's not easy getting your lion diploma. I know. I took lessons. My teacher was a pro. There are 7 steps to becoming a lion, he said. But first, we must stretch. We did the upward lion, the downward lion, the upside down lion, the rolling lion, the flying lion, and we shook our manes. Step 1 was looking fierce. Watch me, said the lion. You bare your claws, gnash your teeth, and show your fangs. Like this. I tried my 3 most frightening poses, but the lion wasn't impressed. My goodness, that's not letting me turn the page, is it? Step 2 was roaring. It's simple, said the lion. Take a deep breath and roar as loud as you can into the microphone. I took a deep breath and roared as loud as I could. Needs work, said the lion. Step 3 was choosing what to eat. The lion showed me a menu. Free-range muskrat, wombats, organic iguana, all-you-can-eat antelope, grass-fed gnu, sloth, prairie-raised anteater, wild warthog. Are there any specials? I asked. You know, like spaghetti? The lion growled. We don't eat spaghetti. Step 4 was prowling around. We crept through the woods, trying to be invisible. We hid in the bushes. I can see your tail, said the lion. We hid behind trees. Your tail, said the lion. I can still see it. Can you see the tail? Yep, we sure can. Step 5 was sprinting. Do you see that tree? Said the lion. I looked around. You mean the little one here? No, said the lion. The big one on that faraway hill. I'll meet you there in 5 minutes. It took me an hour. You need to hit the gym, said the lion. Step 6 was pouncing. It's simple, said the lion. You get a running start, and then you jump on that lady. But I'll scare her to death. That's the idea, said the lion. So I got a running start, Galump, 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 galump. And I pounced. Rah! What a cute little kitty cat, said the lady. Are you lost? Meow, I said. The lion checked my scores. This is not very promising. Step 7 was looking out for your friends. Right away I spotted a kitten. Friend or foe, said the lion. That's easy, I said. Friend. What about that dog? I let out a ferocious roar. Roar! I bared my claws, gnashed my teeth, pawed the ground, shook my mane, and then I sprinted across the field as fast as I could. Galump, 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 galump. And pounced. Exactly like a lion. Bravo, said the lion. And that's how I got my diploma. I'm very proud of it. But now, the neighborhood cats won't leave me alone. The end of Lion Lessons. Now, my very last book is called Bark, George by Jules Pfeffer. I am really bad at these names. Forgive me for that, okay? So, Bark, George. Start out. Here we go. Bark, George. George's mother said, Bark, George. George said. George went, meow. No, George, said George's mother. Cats go meow. Dogs go orf. Now bark, George. George went, quack, quack. No, George, said George's mother. Ducks go quack, quack. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. George went, oink. No, George, said George's mother. Pigs go oink. Dogs go arf. Now bark, George. George went, moo. George's mother took George to the vet. Yep. I'll soon get to the bottom of this, said the vet. Please, bark, George. George went, meow. The vet reached down deep inside of George and pulled out a cat. Pretty surprised looking cat, huh? Bark again, George. George went, quack, quack. The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a duck. See that picture? Pulled out a duck. Quack. Bark again, George. George went, oink. The vet reached deep, deep, deep down inside of George and pulled out a pig. Ooh. Bark again, George. George went, moo. The vet put on his longest latex glove. And then he reached deep, 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 down inside of George. And pulled out a cow. George's mama, look at her right there. She fainted. Oh, no. So, all right, trying to figure out that here. All right, he says, bark again, George. George went, arf! Look how happy they are in that picture. George's mother was so thrilled that she kissed the vet. And the cat and the duck and the pig and the cow. She kissed them all. She was so excited. And on the way home, she wanted to show George off to everyone on the street. So she said, "Bark, George." And George went, "Hello." The end of Bark, George. I love those books. So those are my books for tonight, and I look forward to seeing you soon. I will see you Sunday at 6 o'clock for some more stories, and I can't wait to see you then, okay? See you soon. Bye, guys.